Hi there, welcome to another episode, and I'm so excited you are here with me. If this is your first time here, my name is Chong, and I am the founder of Pristine Fertility and a certified fertility dietitian. And I'm here to share with you evidence-based nutrition insights and strategies to help you to get pregnant and stay pregnant. So be sure to subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. Now, if you have been trying to get pregnant and it hasn't happened yet, I understand how distressing or exhausting it can be. Sometimes the answer isn't just about, I'm gonna try harder, I'm gonna take more supplement. It's about uncovering underlying factors that you haven't been explored. So today, I'm going to walk you through the 5 nutrition-related blood tests that can optimize your fertility, and it's not something that always checked by your doctor. So be sure to stay tuned to the entire episode because I'm going to share with you what are 5 important testing to help you to boost your fertility. Now, number 1, vitamin D. So vitamin D plays a really important role in supporting fertility. So it's not just for bone health, including for hormonal balance, egg development, as well as supporting embryo implantation. So the typical level that we're aiming for vitamin D is a lot higher than the standard reference range. We are aiming at least about 75 to 100 nmol per liter, depending on which country you are in. The unit could be a little bit different. The reason why is because research has found that women undergoing IVF were significantly more likely to get pregnant and stay pregnant when their vitamin D level were above the typical reference range, which is at least 75 ml per liter. There's also evidence that fertility rates are higher in sunnier seasons like summer seasons and certain regions, likely also because the improved vitamin D status. So definitely worth noting that if you haven't checked your vitamin D level for over 6 months, now is the time to check your vitamin D level by getting proper blood testing. And also important for you to know that please always consult your doctors and fertility dietitian before you start any supplement, because over supplemented vitamin D, as this vitamin D level, can also be toxic for your body. Now, if you're unsure exactly which are the tests you need to request or discuss with your doctor, I have created a free fertility lab checklist for you that includes all the essential blood tests, nutrients, and hormones that I recommend testing to help to optimize your fertility while you are trying to get pregnant or before you start IVF. So be sure to grab your freebie. The link is in the description box below. Now, moving on. Number 2, folate. So folate is essential to support DNA synthesis and cell division. So very important while you're trying for baby as well as during pregnancy, right? So in a study of women undergoing IVF treatment, found that those with folate level at the highest range had also better outcome in terms of fertilization rates as well as improved embryo quality compared to those who have a much lower folate level, right? So while adequate folate is critical, more is not ideal as well, right? Especially if you're someone who have been taking a very high dose of folic acid, typically known as more than 1 milligram per day, or even certain individuals presented with MTHFR gene variants that may also resulted in some negative impacts as well, right? So the point is getting the right form of folate supplement. I'm talking about either that mean folic acid or activated folate, as well as the dosage of your folate. It should be personalized based on your blood result, whether or not any MTHFR genetic variants, as well as your medical history as well. Like I say, certain condition may means that you need more higher level of folate supplementation. So the number 1 step for you is you want to make sure you get proper testing, and that include serum folate, homocysteine level, B12 or even B6, right? As well as MTHFR genetic screening. If you haven't done any of these screening tests before, again, these are very significant results that we're talking about could potentially also affect your fertility. So be sure to also check your folate as well as all the other panel that I just mentioned. Trying to get pregnant and want to nourish your body the right way? Our free 7-day fertility meal plan is designed to support egg health, balance hormones, and reduce inflammations using real food you will actually enjoy. Now, inside the meal plan, you will get 7 days of dietitian-approved meals, easy and delicious recipe, and done for you grocery list. It's completely free and it's a perfect first step if you are ready to take charge of your fertility journey. So grab your copy now and tap the link in the description box. All right, welcome back. Now, number 3 is your ferritin. So ferritin level, also known as iron storage. So basically, iron is essential for oxygen delivery, to support reproductive tissue, as well as to building a healthy uterine environment. Now, studies show that ferritin level, so your iron storage, higher than the normal range, so we're talking about at least 60, right, are linked with higher fertility and lower miscarriage risk. So it's typically a lot higher than normal ferritin storage. And in fact, one study also found that higher level of ferritin level also significantly reduce, right, the miscarriage risk as well as pregnancy loss, right? On the other hand, also very important to take note that we absolutely do not want to overload too much of iron storage. That is not ideal as well, as it can also increase oxidative stress and it will affect how your egg develop as well. Which is why this is so important that you also want to done proper screening and testing, especially your last iron check that was like more than a year ago. And it's very important that you want to get checked. Make sure there's no underlying iron deficiency issue. If you do, that's where we want to address as well and get proper supplement plan regime tailored to you. All right, moving on. Number 4, zinc. Now, zinc is a trace mineral that is involving in hundreds of enzymatic reactions that also include DNA making as well as cells division. Again, it's really crucial, especially supporting cells during the egg development as well as embryo development, including during pregnancy as well. While much of the research has focused on male fertility, we now also know that zinc is so important supporting fertility for women, and low zinc can also impair on the cellular function and reproductive, right? Although zinc may not be always accurate to detect through blood tests, but once again, if anyone detected a much lower zinc status through blood tests, that is an indication that your body may not get enough of zinc, and hence we might need to optimize either through diet or supplement to help to boost the zinc level. Now, lastly, talking about your thyroid hormone. So thyroid stimulating hormone, also known as TSH. So TSH mainly is to regulate your thyroid function, which in turn, again, it may also affect your fertility hormones, ovulations, your cycle patterns, as well as supporting the early phase of pregnancy. So if you're trying to conceive, the American Society for Reproductive Medicine also recommend that is to have a TSH, so thyroid stimulating hormone, in a much lower range. So we're talking about below 2.5. As higher level or even within the general normal range may also associated with a much more higher miscarriage risk as well as reduce fertility, right? So when you look at your recent SH hormone, if it's elevated anything more than 2.5, you may want to also check with your doctors and whether or not that means you require to do further testing to determine if there's any other underlying thyroid issue that we are dealing with. And we want to make sure that your thyroid hormone is properly managed and support before you try to conceive as well. Now, before we wrap up, as a reminder, it's so important that you consult your doctors before starting or consult with a fertility dietitian like myself before changing any supplementation to ensure that they are safe and right for you. Now, if you found today's video helpful, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments box below. And don't forget to grab your freebie, the free fertility lab checklist, as well as our free 7-day fertility meal plan. The link is in the description box below. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in our next video. Bye for now.